Good morning, Monda. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, Angela. How are you?
Hi, Ann. How are you? Hi, Dan.
Good, good.
Hey, Mando.
All right. Sorry, everybody. Just had a little meeting, impromptu meeting here. The 357th District Court will call its court into session for today's session, Wednesday, December the 8th, 2021, 8 o'clock, starting with civil hearing 2021 DCL 5841 for Oscar Adrian Chavez Garcia versus Maria Cecilia Lozano, Mr. Zayas and Ms. Nix.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Nix on behalf of Oscar Adrian Chavez Garcia, present and ready for approve-up.
Okay,
Richard Zayas here with Cecilia Lozano, Your Honor, ready for approval. Maria Cecilia Lozano.
all right. Let me get right back to you and let me get the announcements on the other one. 2021 DCL 3648, Yanis Garcia, Mr. Escamilla.
Good morning, Your Honor. My client's present. This is a waiver, Judge. We're ready to prove it up.
Okay, and 2021 DCL 5309, Alvarado, Ms. Garcia. Elizabeth Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hi, good morning. Yes,
Oh, there you are.
yes, sorry.
That's all right. Jose Alvarado, Emily Caran Alvarado.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. We're here for a prove up.
Okay, well, you're the third in line.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
2021 DCL 6151, Araiza, Mr. Robles, Ms. Rodriguez.
Good morning, Your Honor. We have an agreement.
Good morning, Your Honor. That's correct.
All right, well, let me start with the first one. Chavez Lozano, where are your parties? Are they on the screen?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I believe they need to be sworn.
Yes, we're gonna do that. Raise your right hand, Mr. Garcia, Oscar Garcia, and Ms. Lozano.
And unmute yourself, Mr. Garcia.
Unmute yourself. Mr. Garcia, you need to unmute yourself. There you go. Thank you. All right.
Both of y'all raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, put your hands down. All right, who's gonna go prove it up?
I will, Your Honor, as
All right,
petitioner.
proceed.
Your true and correct name is Oscar Adrian Chavez Garcia.
Yes.
And is it also true and correct that you have been domiciled in the state of Texas for the preceding 6-month period and a resident of Cameron County for the preceding 90-day period?
Yes.
And is it also correct, Mr. Garcia, that no protective order under Title IV of the Family Code is in effect and no application is pending?
Yes.
And you and Maria Cecilia Lozano were married on or about October 11th, 2020, and ceased to live together as husband and wife on or about September 30th of 2021, correct?
Yes.
The marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between you and Miss Lozano that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship and which prevents any reasonable expectation of reconciliation, correct?
Yes.
There have been no children born or adopted during the marriage and none is expected, correct?
Yes.
During the marriage, you acquired no real estate. Is that correct?
Yes.
You are in possession of your personal property and Miss Lozano is in possession of her personal property as of temporary orders. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is it also true and correct, Mr. Garcia, that you have deleted any intimate photographs or video as ordered by the court in temporary orders October 21, 2021?
Yes.
And you have no community property, including retirement. Is that correct?
Yes.
You are requesting that the court award to you a divorce based on insupportability, correct?
Yes.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
No witnesses, Your Honor. I mean, no questions.
Okay, you want to call your client, Ms. Lozano?
Ms. Lozano, please state your name for the record.
Maria Cecilia Lozano.
Do you feel that this marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between you and your husband that destroys the legitimate ends of any reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
Yes.
So everything that he testified to, do you find that to be true and correct?
Yes.
All right. I'll pass the witness.
All right.
Ms.
Anything else?
Lozano, did you, just one, Judge, Is
Okay.
it also true and correct that you also have deleted any photographs or video of an intimate nature according to the court's orders?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, then. The court will take judicial notice of all documents on file here. The court will find that he has jurisdiction by virtue of the domiciliary requirements of the family code. The court, having heard the evidence of both petitioner and respondent in support of their divorce petition, hereby grants the divorce as prayed for, hereby approves the agreement of the parties regarding any division of any assets as stated on the record. Anything else?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a
I'll
good day.
prepare that decree.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we choose.
Thank you, sir. Mr.
Thank you.
Garcia.
Thank
You
you,
too.
Your Honor.
Have a good day.
You
You
too.
also.
All right, Mr. Escamilla, 2021 DCL 3648, Yanis Garcia.
We're ready, Judge.
All right. Where's Ms. Garcia?
She's in
Raise
my
your right
office, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down.
All right, proceed, Mr. Escamilla.
Judge, I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of all pleadings, the waiver also on file.
Okay, the court will do so.
Is your name Rachel Yanis?
Yes.
Are you married to Joseph Garcia?
Yes.
Have you been a domiciliary of the state of Texas for the preceding 6-month period
Yes.
and a resident of Cameron County for the preceding 90-day period?
Yes.
Did you and he marry on or about April 2013 and stop living together on or about January of 2021?
Yes.
Has the marriage between you two become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between you and he that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship?
Yes.
Is there any reasonable hope that you may reconcile with him?
No.
Are you the parents of one minor child, Christian James Garcia, born February 17, 2011?
Yes.
Do you have any other children, and are you expecting any children?
No.
Okay. Have you is it true that you and Mr. Garcia did not accumulate any community property of any
Yes.
consequence? Is that correct?
Yes.
You have personal property in your possession that you would ask the court to award to you, and he has some personal property in his possession that you would ask the judge to award to him, correct?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Garcia is not working, is that correct?
Yes.
He was working with UPS for several months. He was earning $21 an hour at that time, correct?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to set child support based on minimum wage at this time?
Yes.
And asking the court to set child support at $250 per month beginning December 15 of 2021?
Yes.
In addition, you have the child covered through your employment for medical health coverage, and you're paying $227.52 a month for the insurance premium, correct?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to order that Mr. Garcia reimburse you that monthly cost for that premium beginning December 15 of 2021?
Yes.
Okay. Regarding visitation, are you asking the court to set a visitation as to this minor child according to the Texas Family Code standard, extended standard possession order? In other words, for him to have regular visitation according to the family code?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that's in the best interest of the child?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to grant you a divorce?
Yes.
Judge, I think that's all we have.
Okay.
We do have a decree on file, Judge, excuse me.
Yes, I'm looking over it. Yes, thank you. The court, having taken judicial notice of all documents and found this court case, the court also finds that it has jurisdiction by virtue of the domiciliary requirements. I just have one question of your client, Mr. Escamilla. Ms. Yanes, the $225 for the child, the health insurance, is that $225 just for the child?
Yes. It's just for my son.
Okay, all right. The court will, having heard the evidence of petition in support of her suit for divorce, hereby grants the divorce as prayed for, hereby sets the child support as $250 a month as per the minimum minimum wage guidelines of the Attorney General's guidelines, and further orders reimbursement of $225 for medical care of the child, and also will allow Mr. Garcia the option of seeking or able to lower insurance if he's able to get it something that is lower, then that will be substituted in. But as long as the child is fully insured, we want to. I don't know if that's reflected in your divorce decree, but I think that would be a good way to resolve this in case he's overburdened and he finds it cheaper, and he can certainly buy it cheaper as long as he provides the proof to your client that he has, in fact, the child is insured.
Yes, Your Honor, that was in the language of the decree.
Okay.
The other part of the, we didn't testify to this, Judge, is the fact that the child does not have dental insurance coverage.
Okay.
I did place in the decree that in the event that Mr. Garcia is able to get that, for him to get the insurance coverage, my client, I believe, will be able to get it soon with this enrollment period, and that may be something like $20 a month for the dental insurance coverage.
Well, whatever it is, he'll be reimbursed. She'll be reimbursed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Your Honor.
The court grants a divorce and hereby sets child support and also orders extended visitation as per the family code. Anything else?
No, Your Honor. I see at this point, Joseph Garcia has logged in. I wasn't aware that he was going to be present. We
Mr.
understood he
Garcia,
wasn't.
unmute yourself without even noticing there.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to say about this? I'm approving the guidelines of minimum wage because even if you're unemployed, we have to provide child support at minimum wage as per the Attorney General's guidelines.
That's understood.
Okay. And I don't know, did you hear the discussion I had with Mr. Gascamilla regarding the insurance, the health insurance?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's up to you. If you find something cheaper, or able to provide the coverage cheaper, secure it, and just give Ms. Dennis a card that shows that the child is insured, and I will allow that to be substituted instead of this obligation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I've granted the divorce. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
other questions, Mr. Garcia?
No, sir, not at the moment.
All right, well then you both of you have a good day. All of
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care. Bye. All right, 2021 DCL 5309, Alvarado.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Garcia. My
Alvarado,
client-
unmute yourself, Mr. Alvarado.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Raise your right hand, please.
Ms. Alvarado, will you raise your right hand too? Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You can put your hands down.
All right, proceed, Ms. Garcia.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, I'd like to ask that Your Honor take judicial notice of all pleadings, waiver, and documents on file. Mr. Alvarado, will you please state your full name for the record?
Jose Ángel Alvarado Jr.
And are you presently married to Amelie Taran Alvarado?
Yes.
And you've been living, you live in Texas for 6 months, for the last 6 months?
Yes.
Okay, and you've been a resident of this Cameron County for at least the preceding 90-day period, correct?
Yes.
And you were married on or around January 24th, 2010 to Ms. Taran Alvarado?
Yes.
And ceased living together as husband and wife on or about October 4th, 2019?
Yes.
And has your marriage become unsupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the marriage relationship?
Yes.
And is there any reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
No.
And you have 4 children under the age of 18, correct?
Yes.
And that would be Alexandra Lynn Alvarado, born August 31, 2004.
Yes.
Fabian Alvarado, who was born October 24, 2007.
Yes.
Andrew Alvarado and Amber Alvarado, both born March 18th, 2010.
Yes.
All right. And as far as you know, Ms. Alvarado is not expecting any other children at this time, correct?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Okay. And you are currently under a child support obligation order concerning these children already, correct?
Yes.
And that would be cause number 2021 DCL 03216, correct?
Yes.
And you've already been paying child support through the AG's office, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And so your children don't own any property of consequence, do they?
No.
Okay. And you are asking that you and Ms. Terran be appointed joint managing conservators, correct?
Yes.
And Ms. Alvarado would be appointed the primary joint managing conservator with the right to designate the residence of the children within Cameron County, correct?
Yes.
And that you would also be, you're asking the court that you be afforded standard visitation of the Texas Family Code, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you believe that this proposed parenting plan is in the best interest of your children, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as the child support amounts, you are currently paying $645 per month, correct?
Yes.
With a step down of $553 per month.
Yes.
And then the next step down would be $461 per month,
Yes.
followed by a step down of $369 per month, correct?
Yes.
And those step downs were established by the Attorney General's office in the underlying cause number that I read off earlier, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you are also paying medical and dental support in the amount of $113 per month, correct?
Yes.
And you are, again, paying that through the underlying cost number through the Attorney General's office, correct?
Yes.
All right. And so as far as property, you and Ms. Alvarado did not, you don't have any real property, no,
No.
right? And so when you're asking for the division of property, you are asking that you be awarded any and all belongings that are currently in your possession, correct?
Yes.
And that would include any clothing, jewelry, bank accounts, anything that's currently in your name or in your possession, you're asking that it be awarded to you, correct?
Yes.
And the same, anything that is currently in Ms. Alvarado's possession, clothing, jewelry, furniture, fixtures, any bank accounts in her name would be awarded solely to her, correct?
Yes.
And as far as the any debts, we've already come to an agreement which is contained in the divorce decree, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you believe that this agreement is fair and equitable to both you and
Yes.
And in fact, I do have a copy of the agreed final divorce decree, which was sent to both you and Ms. Alvarado, and both of you have already signed off on it, correct?
Yes.
And you're asking that the court grant your divorce and approve all agreements that you've entered into?
Yes.
No further questions of my client, Your Honor?
Thank you. Ms. Alvarado,
Yes, sir.
Ms. Garcia,
Yes, Ms. Alvarado, would you please state your name for the record?
Yeah, Emily Taran.
All right. Your full name is Emily Terran Alvarado, right?
Alvarado. Yes, correct.
And you are presently married to Jose Alvarado, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And you heard what I read into the record or just previously, correct?
Yes, I did.
All right. And you're in agreement with what was read into the record?
Yes, I am. I agree.
And you are also asking for a name change, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And the name change, you're going from Amelie Terran Alvarado to Amelie Terran, correct?
Yes, Mom.
All right. And do you have, just to make sure, do you have a middle name that was inadvertently left out, or is it Amelie Terran?
No middle name, just Emily. First.
Okay, I'm sorry, Emily, sorry. Okay.
Yes.
And are you asking that the court grant this divorce as read into the record?
Yes, I agree.
Your Honor, at this time, I don't have any further questions. I would ask that the court grant the divorce.
okay. The court will, having taken judicial notice of all documents on file in this case, the court finds that it also has jurisdiction by virtue of the domiciliary requirements of the family code. The court, having heard the evidence of both petitioner and respondent regarding the evidence to support their suit for divorce, the court hereby grants the divorce as prayed for. That Court hereby orders consolidation of cause number. What's the cause number, counsel, for the AG's office?
2021 DCL 03216.
Orders that cause number to be consolidated into this case. So I'll ask counsel to file a motion consolidating that cause number into this cause number.
Yes, sir.
And once that is done, the court will adopt and approve all terms in that cause number that reflect the obligation of Mr. Alvarado and Ms. Alvarado regarding child visitation, regarding child support, regarding medical support. The court hereby grants the change of name to respondent Emily Teran Alvarado to Emily Teran. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused?
Have a good day, all three of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2021 DCL 6151, Araiza.
Good morning, Judge. Amber Rodriguez appearing on behalf of the respondent Alejandro Araiza. We're present.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Robles appear on behalf of petitioner Javier Araiza. He's present also on Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Araiza.
I am present.
Araiza.
Yes, Javier.
Huh?
Yes, Javier Araiza.
This is Javier Araiza.
Yes, it is.
Raise your right hand. And Mrs. Araiza, raise your right hand too.
Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you God?
I do.
Ms. Araiza?
I do.
Okay,
I
thank
do.
you. You can put your
All right,
hands.
proceed, Mrs. Rodriguez.
This is temporary orders, Judge. We have reached an agreement. Ms. Araiza, please state your full name for the record. It's
Javier Araiza.
And Ms. Araiza, we have reached an agreement with regards to temporary orders, correct? Yes. And we have agreed that we will have exclusive use and control over the marital residence, or continue to have exclusive use and control over the marital residence at 2425 Post Oak in Harlingen. Yes. And the lot and rental to your daughter. Yes. And your 2019 Nissan Pathfinder. Yes. And we have agreed that your husband will continue to have control over his Nissan Frontier truck. Yes. And the both of you will be bound to a mutual temporary injunction protecting you and both the parties and the property. Yes. And you're asking the court to approve temporary orders. Yes. Pass the witness, Judge.
All right. Mr. Robles.
No questions of this witness, Your Honor.
All right. So call your next witness.
Mr. Araiza, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we discussed the requested agreement on temporary orders and property to be used. Are you in agreement with all those details?
I'm sorry, Mr. Robles.
Yes, do you understand your wife will be using the home, the rental property, her vehicle, and you'll have your vehicle during the divorce?
That is correct, yes.
And you're in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay, nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Well, the court then will approve the temporary orders that the parties have agreed to, and will approve and adopt the terms of the temporary orders and ask the parties to submit the appropriate order reflecting those temporary orders. Okay?
Yes,
Thank
Judge.
you, Your Honor.
Anything else? You all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss,
She's gone.
yeah, they left.
Alejandro? You can log off, Mr.
I'm
Araiza.
here.
Alejandro, we need you for one of our defendants in person.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr.
Right now?
Yeah, I don't know if they're done signing them up or not, but yes, we'll need them. Need you
Okay.
now.
Good, good. On my way.
Okay. Mr. Araiza, you can log off, Mr. Araiza.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's going on?